Hi, I'm Stacy Sherman. I'm an environmental program manager at the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. In my job, we evaluate the effectiveness of tidal wetland restoration in helping native fish in the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta. So here in Stockton, we're right on the edge of the Delta. And it used to be a habitat that was all marsh. But after the gold rush, the land started to be reclaimed. And so now it's the islands that we're more familiar with. My team will go out and sample the invertebrates and the fish and the water in these restored wetlands. And we try to find out if this is actually helping fish and if there are better ways to do the restoration. As the manager, I don't get to go out in the field as much as I used to, but occasionally I still do. And so when we do, we go out in boats and we use nets to collect invertebrates and fish. We collect water samples, and then we bring it all back to our labs in Stockton, and we identify the invertebrates, and then we look at all of the data and do statistical analysis and write up reports and papers and give presentations about our results. So a lot of what we do is also coordinating with other scientists, because it's a really big question and there are a lot of people who are interested in this. And so we work with others to make sure that we're doing the best science that we possibly can. So as a kid growing up in Louisiana, I was always interested in the environment and being outside and fishing. And it was really important to me to take care of the environment. And I was interested in biology. And so in college, I studied biology, and I took as many opportunities as I could to get experience in the field. So when people were going out sampling for fish, I would tag along and go out with them. I did some work in a satellite oceanography lab just to get some different experiences. So I did get a bachelor's degree from Louisiana State University. And then I decided to go to graduate school, and I got a PhD from the University of Miami. And a graduate degree is not required for my position, but I enjoyed doing science, and so I continued down that path. And afterwards, I had a couple of other purely research jobs. And then I ended up teaching at the college level for about 7 years. And it turned out that that wasn't really for me. So this opportunity arose at the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. And I really liked the idea of still doing science, but in a very applied way that affected management decisions. And so here I am. And I think a lesson from that path is that you don't have to, it's not always linear. You can change your mind about what exactly it is you want to do. And so it's a little scary when you're first trying to decide what you want to do, but it's important to kind of go with the flow, continually evaluate what makes you happy, and then be willing to take a chance and change things if it's not working for you. It really pays to do your research in advance. So there's a couple of processes that you need to be familiar with. For many of our positions, you have to be on a list. And so anyone who's interested in working for the state just in general, I would suggest going to Cal Careers and familiarizing yourself with the processes and getting on as many lists as positions you're interested in. But more generally, for folks who are interested in this kind of work, it really pays to be open-minded, to get as many different experiences as you can, and most of all, to follow your values. So if you're not happy with your work, if it doesn't fulfill you, that's going to affect the rest of your life. And so it's important to do something that's meaningful to you.